Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Alongside Jamie Lent, I'm Chois Woodman. The man without a plan. That's my new moniker.
Man without a plan.
I have no plans for how this is going to go today.
It is a plan to not have a plan.
That's getting deep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On the Yates Flooring Center chat line, someone says, the Rangers probably could have swept if it wasn't for our AAA lineup yesterday. It would be nice to, have Josh Young back out there. But I hadn't followed closely what he's been doing.
212, I think, is where he's at since he's been sent down. He's had a couple of home runs this weekend, not one yesterday, but I think he's just had one. I think he's had like one hit in every game but one.
Okay.
So it's 1 for 5, 1 for 6, 1 for 4 type things.
So let's see, 25.
Haven't seen a lot of multi-hit games.
Yeah, so let's see, I'm just going off of his Round Rock stats. He is currently... Did he play any games down there besides? I think he had 2 rehab starts, but they were with Frisco. So he's
played 7 games with AAA.
Okay, this one's showing 8, so did he have another...
I guess it was 8. The 8th game was last night.
He's 8 for 39 down there. 205 is where he's sitting. That's probably not good enough to get brought up very quickly. The 2 home runs, like Jeff mentioned, 4 runs driven in the 8 games. Yeah, I think the hope was... another number we do have to look out. 8 strikeouts in 8 games. That's better than he's been doing. I think that's probably what they're focused on as much as anything, is how much is he chasing, because that was his biggest issue.
Mm-hmm. 8 Ks, 2 walks, and the two combined of 10 games total between the 2 minor league teams.
Yeah. I think the 2 with Frisco were rehab earlier this year.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think those were the current, but I think if you were a Josh Young fan, you're hoping that it would be
better.
Yeah, up over 300 batting average, not very many strikeouts, probably a few more than 4 RBI in 8 games too. But, I mean, heck, 3 of those came on one swing on Thursday or Friday night with a 3-run homer. So, still needing to improve. But if you're a Young and or a Ranger fan, then I guess you want this to be steady and just hopefully he's right to help your team down the stretch, maybe make the postseason or help you in the postseason, or both. So it just hurts to watch right now. Hope he gets better. It's making it sound like he's sick, but it kind of is a sickness, right? For any baseball player that's ever been in a slump, it feels like an illness.
Yeah,
you're just trying to get over it, get through it.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully Josh can sooner rather than later. All right, Jamie Lent.
Yes, Chois Woodman.
Have we seen any baseball movement that I happen to miss over the weekend? We have till July 28th to get contracts signed, right? For guys that were drafted.
Yes, correct.
So that's 1 week from today. Mm-hmm. We have not seen.
We've seen some of the guys sign. Okay.
Okay. That's what I'm.
So I feel like it just, my sense is that you're not going to get any of them back.
So a week ago, you were thinking that your guess was 1 out of 4,
and
now you don't.
5.
Well, Siebert wasn't
Plus a signee. So, yeah.
1 out of 4 possible.
Yeah.
And the signee. Yeah, I guess so. That is 5. Mm-hmm. So 1 out of 4 that had eligibility to come back was your guess. Now you don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm just hearing things that I feel
Who are the guys that have signed up to this point? Do you remember?
Parrish has signed.
Not surprising. He's a top 10 round guy.
I think I was told not much of a chance at all with Matt Cure.
He's 8th round guy.
8th round guy. Yeah, I guess Petty would be the one that maybe you have the most hope for.
Okay.
Was 18th round correct or 17th round? I can't remember. One or the other.
He was 18th round.
Yeah.
So you go from, Jamie, kind of going from a point, we sat here a month ago and talked on the Talkin' Baseball podcast. Hey, you got all of your weekend rotation back at this point. And then Boudreaux hits the portal, and then
who eventually signed. He's not going to end up at Alabama.
Yeah, he got drafted. No, he signed free agent,
undrafted free agent with the Yankees.
Of course,
apparently like Red Raider pitchers.
They love him.
Yeah.
So Boudreaux transfers and then eventually signs. And then you've got 2 guys that go in the draft,
right?
And neither have signed officially, but maybe one you could get back, maybe not. What are you going to do with the rotation at this point? It's going to be all fresh. Do you move a guy like a Parker Hutera into the rotation? Or is that a full bullpen guy? What happens?
I think you're talking about. I mean, some of your signees that are coming in.
Sure.
Junior college guys could be starters in the rotation. I think that Ryan Free will probably move into one of those starting roles as well.
Okay.
So options there,
right.
And I know there was at least one guy on campus this weekend that was a pitcher. So hopefully we hear some good news about that.
We'll continue this conversation, get to this day in sports history. Coming up next, it's the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
He's Jamie Lent. I'm Chois Woodman. Jeff McGuire across the way. It's the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3. Jeff will bring us this day in sports history.
Starting in 1921, Major League Baseball, Cleveland Indians and New York Yankees combined to hit a record 16 doubles in a 17-8 home team win at Dunn Field in Cleveland, Ohio. The Indians had 9 of those, while the Yankees had 7. That's a ton of doubles.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
1963 PGA Championship men's golf at the Dallas Athletic Club. Jack Nicklaus wins his first of 5 PGA championships by 2 shots over fellow American Dave Reagan. 1973, Braves' Hank Aaron hits Philadelphia Phillies' Ken Brett's fastball for his 700th home run in Atlanta. 2017, former Red Raider A.J. Ramos gets save number 18 on the year. This one for the Marlins in a 3-1 win over the Reds. And in 2002, with a record 6 races remaining, German Ferrari driver Michael Schumacher clinches his 5th F1 World Drivers' Championship with a victory in the French Grand Prix at the Circuit des Navals. No way I got that right, but I don't care.
Nailed it.
In his 3rd straight title win. 6 races to go, and already clinches the title. That's dominance.
I would say so, yeah. Very much.
It is National Junk Food Day.
All right.
And I didn't actually used to be that big of a junk food day, but I participate way too much now.
Happy birthday, Juno Temple. You know her from Ted Lasso?
Is she the British owner?
Nope.
Juno Temple.
I'll give you a hint.
Keeley. That's not a hint. Those were the two options, basically.
Well, you'd already eliminated one, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's only 36. Wow, she's really a lot younger than I thought she was.
Keela, you have not watched Ted Lasso, Jamie?
No.
I have to watch sometimes with subtitles on because the accents are that strong. She's up there, and then one of the soccer players. Why can't I think of his name? Her first boyfriend in the show.
Jamie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, that's his name.
No, Jamie Tart.
Jamie Tart.
Jamie Tart. His accent is like a heavy, like Scottish type accent. It is.
I mean, it's very British. I don't know that he's Scottish.
Oh, I think that's where he's from. Well, I don't know. Either way, it's heavy and hard to understand.
The show's not. The show's really good.
Show's great.
John Lovitz is 68. DeAndre Jordan is 37. David Carr, 46. And CeCe Sabathia is 45.
CeCe.
And on this day in 1861, in the first major battle of the Civil War, a large Union force under General Irving McDowell is routed at the first Battle of Bull Run by Confederate Army under General Pierce G.T. Beauregard. 3 months after the Civil War erupted at Fort Sumter, Union military command still believed the Confederacy could be crushed quickly and with little loss of life. In July, this overconfidence led to a premature offensive into Northern Virginia, led by McDowell. Searching out the Confederate forces, he led 34,000 troops, mostly inexperienced and poorly trained militiamen, toward the railroad junction located just 30 miles west of Washington, D.C. Alerted to the advance, General Beauregard massed some 20,000 troops there and was soon joined by General Joseph Johnston, who brought some 9,000 more troops by railroad. And that is this day in sports history.
Alrighty.
And as the name should entail, we call it the first Battle of Bull Run now, because there would be a second one later.
Yes.
But it had a different name at the time. And I know that from Encyclopedia Brown, Boy Detective.
Mm-hmm. All right, I was wrong. I've never been wrong before. But apparently Jamie Tart is a Manchester accent.
Okay.
A lot of the others are London Cockney accents in the show. His just is way thicker. He is, it may surprise you, a guy named Jamie. He is the biggest jerk in the show.
Yes.
By a lot. Roy Kent can be, but...
It's kind of like Yellowstone. Seems like the most hated guy.
Why is everybody Jamie's? Like, why are all the bad guys Jamie's now?
He's not...
Jamie Tart, I mean, there are some redeeming qualities
of
later.
The good guys, he's the bad guy of the group.
Correct.
But he's not the bad guy.
No, but he is the most self-absorbed person I think you could ever imagine.
Until Zava shows up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I really think you'd like it, Jamie.
I think so.
Not him necessarily, but the show.
The show is excellent.
It's a really good show. It's got some great stuff. Of TV shows, I think one of my favorite scenes, maybe my favorite scene ever in any TV show, is one where they're around a dartboard and playing darts, and it's just the dialogue in it is phenomenal. It's great. It's just a feel good moment type of thing. So,
like, would you rather be a panda or a lion? Why would I be one of those? I'm just me. I'm not sure you understand how centered that is.
And Ted Lasso's one-liners are as good as it gets. This from the chat line. Did y'all see that Rivals went Bush League on their rankings and changed Ojo to a 4-star? I did happen to stumble across that this weekend.
I did not see that.
I mean, apparently. So I think they dropped, Jamie, from what I gathered, they dropped a handful of Big 12 guys in their star rankings. I think they lowered at least 2 5-stars to 4-stars after they committed to Big 12 schools. And there's a stigma out there that Rivals does this. It's like, if they don't go to an SEC school, they must not be good enough, so they drop their ranking down. And this was the big contract guy, obviously, that Tech signed as a 5-star, and now he is a 4-star, according to Rivals.
He's a 5-star in my heart, man.
I'm sure Rivals probably gets the majority of their traffic from SEC folks. So they know their audience. I don't even have a clue how to view it. It's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of a big deal to people. Because there's a lot of people that really care about that stuff. And I'm sure it's better for the school to have a 5-star. It's better for everything if he's a 5-star. Mm-hmm. So it's not nothing, but maybe it's just motivation in the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if it does track the way people imply it, where they drop them because they're not SEC guys, that's as stupid of a practice as you can have.
Yeah, no
question. There's a whole lot of inaccuracy to the way those recruiting rankings go. Mm-hmm. Rivals, all of them, but Rivals is as picky as it gets when it comes to placing a 5-star. But I don't know. I know some people are really bothered by it, and I get it. All right, y'all keep chiming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Coming up in hour number 2, we'll look at the Dallas Cowboys ceiling and a ranking of Big 12 schedules. We'll tell you where the Red Raiders come in terms of difficulty in 2025. It is the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
It's the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3 and the Double T 97.3 mobile app. Watchable on TV, Fox 34 News now. However you're taking us in, we're thrilled you've chosen to do so on this Monday. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lent, Jeff McGuire, all hanging with you till 9 o'clock this morning. Cleaning up a couple of baseball thoughts, Jamie. Someone asked how many freshman pitchers we have coming in.
Yeah, I think there was 9 before. I think there's 8 now after you lost the one to the draft. It's combined between high school and junior college recruiting.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
And I'm putting things together and seeing reports. It seems like there's a pitcher out of San Diego. He was the guy that was here on campus this weekend.
Okay.
I think that is the case.
As a potential portal guy. Yeah.
Portal ad, yeah.
Hey, guys, forgive me for my ignorance here, but I feel like there was a lot of guys drafted and or signed on our baseball team that struggled to gather wins last year. Am I wrong for thinking that?
No, I don't think the number that you got drafted, considering where you were and how you played, is that odd, to be completely honest with you. It's basically, the truth of the matter is you can have a bunch of talented guys, but if you don't pitch well, you're not going to win very much. And that's exactly what happened. Now, the interesting part, as I said in the response to this chatter, was the fact that, there's some guys in the mix that really struggled this year that ultimately got drafted that are a reason that you were where you were, right?
And 2 in the top 10 rounds.
Yeah, when you
didn't have great seasons.
Yeah, when you're talking about Hewer and you're talking about Parrish and you're talking about Petty was probably the most consistent of that group, but still, those were 2 of your weekend starters and supposedly one of your best bullpen arms. And all 3 of them had down years. There's no way to get around it. All 3 of them were better the season before. And they struggled this past season. And it was a factor in you struggling. But you can see that the scouts know or believe that there is talent there, and their hope is that it was just a bad year and that those guys, will be able to bounce back and all that good stuff. And I think Red Raider fans would say the same thing. I don't think anybody wishes them ill will, but you would be lying if you didn't say those 3 had down years and it wasn't a huge factor in your struggles.
I think that's I think it does feed into, I guess, people that were wondering if
wanting a change at the position coach.
The pitching coach.
Yeah.
Because it feeds into that or fuels the fire, I guess, for that of are you developing guys well enough while they're here? Because you've got scouts that are basically saying, hey, I know you didn't do well at Texas Tech, but we want you here because we think we can make you good.
And at times they did. Just not a lot this past season. At times
True.
they did. I mean, I think coming out of his freshman year, I think we all thought very highly of Mac Hewer. And going into the season feeling like he was your Friday night guy, you felt like you had a chance to be good there, right?
Yeah.
And then Trendon Parrish at the end of last season was terrific. I mean, he was really, really good. Went into the fall, was just dominant in the fall, and me personally had every expectation of him being really, really good this year, this past season. And for whatever reason, it just didn't happen.
Someone says, will this baseball team win a single conference series? That's from Cactus on the Brazos. I don't know if there's sarcasm there. Or
they took down 16th ranked Arizona,
who played in the College World Series. Yeah.
And Houston's still in the league, so yes.
I don't know if that's just sarcasm or if you actually feel that low. Yes, they'll win conference series. Jamie, you mentioned Hewer there. I feel like if I can add just one thing to this team, it would be a really solid Friday night guy. Yeah. Someone that you can just lean on to go start a series off the right way.
Yeah, everybody in America would want that same exact thing, but you're absolutely right.
It just felt like you just played from behind the eight ball all season long when you didn't get good Friday night starts.
Well, or
just didn't win games on Fridays.
You played behind all the time.
Yeah.
Like whether it was you went into Saturday needing to win 2 straight, or it was you went into the second inning, needed to come from behind, or the fourth inning,
4 runs
having to come from behind. Yeah. And usually it wasn't 1 run. It was, it was 3 and 4. But I can't. I just think this team got mentally worn down from starting every game down 3 runs. And that is yes, you could be a little bit better offensively early on in games. But, man, 95% of that is about your starting pitching was bad.
Yeah.
And there's just, you did not start games well at all on the mound. And I just think it's a hard thing to do, to constantly have that feeling of we got to dig ourselves out of a hole. You can do that at times. But when you did this team gave up runs in 26 of 53 games in the first inning. Gave up runs in the first inning in 26 of 53 games.
It's a lot. A whole lot.
I mean, you were just constantly playing from behind. And Tim Tadlock and every other coach can tell you, hey, worry about the next inning. That shouldn't derail you. All the above. They can say that, and I 100% believe that is the case. But when it's almost every game, it wears you out.
Yeah.
And starting pitching was a huge problem.
Absolutely. Cactus on the Brazos did clarify 100% sarcasm. He said, but Jeff is right when you have a high school team in the conference, so it's still an easy win. It's hard to read sarcasm in print, so thank you for clarifying. Someone else says, why wouldn't we expect to bounce back and have a good season? I think probably where the negativity or the lack of faith comes from Tech baseball fans is that you've had 2 seasons in a row that have been subpar. 2 in a row that haven't. Last year was worse, but 2 in a row that made the postseason. It's just not the norm around here. So it's got people down in the dumps, and rightfully so. But there are teams, that's the beauty of sports. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to get better. You're allowed to make changes to get better.
Yeah, I think there was a lot that went into last year, including, or the last few years, okay? And for somebody to ask the question, which I fear is a good one, why would you not expect them to bounce back? Well, if a major problem is you being able to put a good roster together and needing the funds to do that, if nothing has changed in that regard, if you still don't have the funds, I don't have the answer. I don't know. I have heard that there's been a push to improve upon that. But if
heard the same thing.
Yeah, if you still don't have those funds to bring in transfer portal guys, to keep guys that you want, all the above, then it's not going to change.
Yeah.
It's not. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I think some guys had down years. I think that maybe they missed on a few guys in recruiting, but that's every year.
Yeah.
That's every year. But when you're not able to put together this quality roster, your margin for error is so incredibly small. It's like you need to hit on every guy that that you have high expectations for, and that was not the case last year.
Quick one says, serious question, is Tadlock on the hot seat with another bad season?
I don't think so. Absolutely not.
Maybe from himself.
Yeah.
He puts as much pressure on himself as anybody does.
I mean, it's not the coaching. It is not the coaching. Yeah. It is the roster. Got
to get there. Yep.
You got to be able to bring in talented players. When everybody else has a larger pool to work with than you, then you're going to struggle.
It's the Morning Drive. Jamie's question up next on Double T 97.3.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
All right. My question for you guys today is a little bit different. It's a little bit out there. I've been heavy on tech football, but I feel like I'll go a little off the board today. It's got a little bit of a take versus take vibe more than a Jamie's question of the day vibe.
So this is purely because you don't trust my Texas Tech football thoughts, right?
Hey, none of them. I'm fearful that you will jinx somebody. Okay?
I didn't jinx anything. However, I've got a jinx to share later. Just remind me.
Okay, good.
It wasn't mine, though.
That's too bad. All right, so here is my question for you guys today. In honor of us earlier today discussing the WNBA All-Star Game and their participants, which sport would you like to see just pretty much go away? Or league, whatever.
Just disappear.
Just disappear.
Oh, my God.
And which sport do you wish was more mainstream than it is?
Oh, okay.
That like you would totally watch more on television if it was more readily available to you.
Oh, man. Okay. I legitimately say this every time the Olympics come around. I'll start with a mainstream one. If the U.S. had a handball league, I don't know why. I love that sport every time the Olympics come around. It's fun. If the U.S. had a handball league, so it's basically a combination of basketball, baseball, and soccer all in one. There's a net there. There's like a 3-point line or a line you have to jump from
to shoot.
Where's
the baseball part?
You chunk it like a baseball. You take different arm
throw?
slots. Yeah,
okay.
It's all. So handball is something in the Olympics. If there were leagues, I would absolutely watch. It's just something that it's one of my favorite things to watch during the Olympics. But
I feel like water polo needs to be in your little grouping of things that it's a combination of.
Because in my brain, my stupid brain, I think I could do that with handball. Water polo just makes me
I'm saying when
cramp up whenever
you're saying it's part all of these things.
Oh, you're saying
it's the most like water polo.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's that's what it is. Except the ball's a little smaller. And
I get it, but it's the overhand throw, and you're throwing into a net, and there's a goalie. And
you water polo people are crazy.
You're amazing athletes.
So that would be my the one I want to see more mainstream. Gosh, what would I want to do away with? Go ahead, Jeff. I'll figure out who I'm trying to kill off.
Cricket can go away. Wouldn't bother me at all.
Is that just because you can't figure it out?
That's for me.
Listen,
I can't figure it out.
I'm an intelligent sports fan. Someone tries to explain cricket to me, I want to hit him in the head with a teapot.
Okay.
I don't need cricket. It can go away.
Teapot.
As for something I wish that was getting more publicity, water polo would be a lot of. I do think that if there was more of a market for water polo, there's an element of it that a lot of fans can get involved if you could see the violence that it actually is. The water covers a lot, and you don't think about it covering as much as it does. It is, as someone who has played it, not at the level they are playing it, but pretty good, that it is as rough as football with the scoring of soccer. And the strategy of basketball with passing it around and trying to get a shot up. There's a lot about water polo. It could be a lot of fun, but so much of it is missed because you can't see it under the water.
Okay.
Not surprised Jeff picked a water sport. I would like MMA to go away. I would totally be fine with that. I do not need to see people beating the snot out of each other.
Man.
I do not need to see that go away. And I
enjoy it every once in a while.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah. I would love to see more ping pong on television.
More ping pong?
I love watching ping pong.
I think you offended people by saying the wrong name, but it's cool.
Table tennis.
They're all like, this is table tennis, Jamie.
Yeah.
You should know this as a tennis player yourself. I think I'm going to go with WNBA. Take the low-hanging fruit. And it's not because I'm mad at them for being there. I don't want successes for them. Though, I mean, a lot of them make me not want successes for a lot of the individuals there. And they're just tone deaf. There we go. Said that backwards.
Yeah, it's
tone
not
deafness.
The sport that's bad. I mean, I have told you before that I mean, partly because I have a daughter in the mix, but I enjoy girls/women's basketball.
Yeah.
Because it's a game that's played differently than men's basketball.
It very much is.
It's different. I enjoy the men's version too, but it's more about athleticism and playing above the rim, where the girls' game is, for the most part, it's more of team-oriented, executing offense, unless you're at an AAU tournament, and that's more about idiot fans and their kids playing one-on-one. But that's a different deal. It's just that the WNBA, the game is not bad. It's the characters involved that are unlikable.
Yeah,
and I say the same thing for the most part about women's college basketball. It is because it's becoming the same characters.
I think
unlikable characters.
I agree with everything you said. I think the other part where, talking about going away, it's force feeding it to us also, ESPN or whatever.
Because it's their product,
right? You turn on SportsCenter, and you've got playoff MLB games, and you go to find that and see, I missed this, I want to go check out the highlights on SportsCenter, and then they spend the first 5 minutes on WNBA games
instead of an MLB playoff
game.
And
it's what is going on?
I think he heard me complaining last year.
I do remember that. But I heard you complain because I did the exact same thing.
ESPN
that week.
Is kind of making me lose my argument of people care about what we talk about.
ESPN does not represent what we care about.
No.
Damn.
Not
it's
anymore.
For us.
It used to.
For us here, we could decide not to talk tech football. We'd be silly. But we could. We could talk Cowboys. We could talk Rangers. We could talk a million other things. The ESPN's making me lose my argument because all they talk is WNBA, and I haven't cared any more than when they started.
Wish wrestling had more coverage. That's from the chat line. Real OG wrestling. Clint chimes in, apparently. Tennis can go away, and we need more pickleball. Dang it, that should have been my answer.
Well, I mean, if you truly are a diehard pickleball guy, the good news for you, and you hate tennis, the good news is that you're probably not going to be around much longer anyway, so you don't have to deal with tennis.
Wow.
Probably got good 5 to 10 years left in you.
Okay. It's the morning drive.
Shots fired.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Happy Monday, everyone. This is The Morning Drive on Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com. Double T 97.3 mobile app. Powered by Happy State Bank. We're on television, Fox 34 News now. YouTube, Fire Stick, Apple TV. However you're taking us in, we're more than happy that you've chosen to make us part of your Monday morning. Jamie Lent sits in his normal spot to my right. Jeff McGuire across the way in his normal spot. I'm Chois Woodman in for Charles today. Chuck is off vacationing. Even the best of the best need a vacation.
Not in Germany.
And so does Chuck.
Went on vacation, not in Germany.
It's true. Y'all can keep chiming in, as many of you have. Your thoughts, comments, questions, all welcome in the Yates Flooring Center chat line. You can even listen in if you're out in Magnet, Nebraska. Seems like a
place that once people go there, they have a hard time leaving.
It's good. I was going to say an attractive place, but...
that's good, too.
See, I thought you thought it attracted people.
Yeah. See, Jeff was thinking more like you.
It's polarizing.
Or are there attractive people there?
That I don't know. Never been.
See, now we have some research to do.
I'll let you handle that.
All right, we'll return to more of your thoughts coming up, but I believe Jeff has our results from upon further review.
I will, at 8:30.
He's
Later.
calm.
Later, you know.
Have our bold statements recap, too, at 8:45.
See, if I would listen, it'd probably help. You know, Jamie, there is a list out there of schedule difficulty rankings. This one is put out by Desert News, which I believe is something off in, I think, Arizona, some sort of publication. No. This is actually from Utah. This is a Utah publication, Desert News. There's deserts all over that area. Utah, Arizona. Hard to pick out which one. So they have gone through and ranked the Big 12 schedules based off of, here's the 3 criteria, where each team lands in the national strength of schedule rankings. So they used ESPN's FPI, strength of schedule, and football or Pro Football Network's strength of schedule, as well as Phil Steele's toughest schedule rankings. So they used those 3 as part of the criteria. They also ranked each Big 12 team's non-conference schedules and each Big 12 team's conference schedules. All of that criteria into how they compiled these rankings.
Okay. So you said this was from Utah, right?
A Utah publication, yes.
Yeah, so you assumed right off the bat that this picks favorably for Utah.
I think they're... based off of what I've read of this, it seems like they were trying to go as unbiased on this as possible and use a formula.
Mm-hmm.
But based off of number 1 on the most difficult schedule, it is Utah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe so. Where do you think the Red Raiders fall on this list of? And this is accounting for your entire schedule.
Well, your non-conference is definitely not getting you any extra, step up.
Non-conference schedule rank 16 out of 16.
Yeah.
Not really surprising because you don't play a Power 5. Mm-hmm. They were at one point, but Oregon State, not a Power 5. You have arguably the worst team in FBS, Kent State, coming in. Definitely one of the worst last year. And a FCS team in Arkansas Pine Bluff. So no one is trying to sugarcoat anything. You have as weak of a non-conference schedule as you can get. So dead last in the Big 12.
I would guess you have to go ways in the Big 12 conference to get there. So past 10, definitely.
Go 14 is what they have. I look at Tech's schedule. I don't think you have the 14th easiest schedule. I think the problem with this particular publication's rankings is they're weighting the non-conference strength way too much. With 3 games, yes, that's an easy non-conference, but that's 3 out of 12 games. And they're putting too much weight into that because they also have your conference schedule ranked 5th out of 12 teams, or out of 16 teams, pardon me.
5th out of 16 as far as toughest.
As the 5th toughest.
Yeah.
And
I think that makes some sense.
I think they're probably weighting that too much in this particular rankings, because I would say Tech is probably, your overall schedule is probably middle of the pack or so. And we should be weighting conference games more anyway. 5 seems about right, because I look at Tech's schedule and I don't think it's easy. Your toughest, we've talked about it, your toughest 3 games are all away from home.
Yeah, Utah, Arizona State, K-State.
Yeah, so you don't have anything easy there.
It's not like you play your tough ones at home. That gives you the better chance.
Gives a better chance to win.
Easier ones on the road, yeah.
Yeah, your toughest 3 teams, in my opinion, that you play are all on the road. So that's probably the problem with this particular one. We said that Utah might have got a favorable nod, but the other team that they cover, BYU, is 16th out of 16 on this list.
Oh, wow.
So they have the number 13.
Choice, did you contact your counterpart there in Utah?
Who's my counterpart?
They won't take his calls.
No, the most biased person in Utah when it comes to the Utes, and Choice being our most biased person for the Red Raiders.
Am I the most biased at this point? I'm pretty biased. I'm truly asking. Am I the biggest homer over here at our station?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
A list of.
I think Chuck Heinz wants to be the biggest homer.
It'd be a competition, I think, between you two and Gus. I think Gus would be in there.
Gus is a homer, yeah. Yeah, I don't shy away from it. I am a homer.
Yeah, I think Gus would fall in that category too.
And I'm naturally optimistic too, so
there's nothing wrong with that.
Flows out more when you're a homer that way.
Flow.
It does flow.
Does
seeps?
Flow.
Is that better?
Seeps out.
It seeps.
Drips.
Leaks. It leaks. I am leaking optimism at times. Homerism.
Stop there.
Yeah.
We don't want to go further.
That's good.
I don't want to have to edit the podcast.
I am moist with optimism. Sorry, we just had like 5 people at least turn off the radio.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.